So it's human nature to eventually concede a terminal value that seems reasonable, but not for elite founders. That was something I just read yesterday. And of course, this morning, Elon Musk laid it out there perfectly, talking about the goals of SpaceX to go beyond the moon, beyond Mars, beyond the solar system, and taking everyone there. Classic founders mentality. I want to bring in our Founder Funds partner, and PM Michael Monaghan. And Michael, you and I've had this discussion before. I saw this, and I think it was a post from A16Z. Same thing, though, right? Just the ability to think beyond, the sort of limits that holds everyone back, but not in a selfish manner, like a way that it benefits all humankind.
Absolutely. We talk about the fact that founders have the biggest vision, execution, and really the grit to deliver these generational companies to make this quote come to life and be true.
You know, what's interesting also is, you look at the most valuable companies out there, and for some folks out there, so we got JP Morgan, Berkshire Hathaway, and Apple as part of this list here. And the reason I think those are also intriguing is that this founders mentality, if they continue to F those who come after them, the stock continues to benefit. We think it'll happen with Berkshire Hathaway. 2 years ago, Warren Buffett wrote in his shareholder note, it will happen for the next 100 years. So again, even the founders or those who follow them, if they stick to the game plan, shareholders are typically rewarded.
So we'd like to see that. I would tell you the data we've seen and the reason we invest in founders is it's really the founder being at the helm that drives that outsized share performance. So at least the data we've looked at is the founders.
That's the key.
Yes.
So that's why we have the Teslas and the Metas and the Alphabets and the Amazons and the Microsofts up until a point, and currently NVIDIA. Those are why those have been such outstanding performers.
That's what we've seen. That's why we invest that way, and that's what the data supports.
All right, let's talk about then the SpaceX, the situation where everyone's trying to figure out how do we value SpaceX. How much of a premium should be just based on the fact that we're investing in Elon Musk?
There's certainly a premium, meaning the way he builds his companies, he looks so far out the way he allocates capital. So it might not happen anything for 1 month or 1 quarter or multiple quarters, but then you have an exponential step change of the products that he's brought to the world. That makes it hard to value.
Other parts of the company, people are saying, okay, listen, because it's really 3 companies under one roof. You got the launch, which is the moat right now. No one can touch them, but ultimately it won't be the most valuable part of the company. But right now, that's how much does that help with respect to where the stock is and maybe maintaining this level and going higher?
Well, that certainly is the moat. He's got the only reusable lift capacity to put AI data centers into space, taking advantage of abundant energy. And as Jensen says, AI is coming down to whoever can deliver the cheapest tokens. And Elon and SpaceX should be able to do that. And to your point, that's the moat that allows them to do it.
Starlink right now is where all the cash is being made. That's the cash cow part of the business, 48% gross margins. By the way, Space has 67% gross margins. Of course, they're building out, the business, but it just kind of gives you a sense. Ultimately, it would be this AI part of it, though. I mean, that's the $22 trillion TAM that he's talked about.
We think so. When we first did our numbers, we said, look, he can do $50 billion in Starlink. These are 2030 numbers. We thought $50 billion for Starlink. We thought $100 billion for AI and $50 billion for defense. We were a little bit light when Morgan Stanley came out at $320
billion.
Yeah.
So are you going to sharpen your pencil?
We're going to sharpen our pencil. We like to be a little conservative and have them beat. So we were comfortable buying the stock at $2 trillion, at $200 billion. So we're even more comfortable at 330.
Okay. Well, and believe me, I think those numbers are going to hockey stick anyway. In your ETF, again, you've got Oracle, you've got NVIDIA, you've got Meta, you've got Palantir, Dell. What's amazing is not a day goes by without these companies making news. These founders, I mean, they're so driven that they're not comfortable. They're all the richest people who ever walked the planet Earth. But this is why we want to maybe always have exposure to them in your portfolio.
Yeah, I mean, I think they build for something beyond money. They've got a vision, they've got a goal, and they've got the grit to keep moving through anything that would slow them down.
I want to ask about some names on your radar. I know you made three purchases today. CoreWeave, Nebius, and Astera Labs, all being added to the NASDAQ 100. Are these all founder-led still right now?
These are all founder-led, and as you see, NASDAQ had been underexposed to founders, and they're catching up and buying more founder-led companies, and they each fit in the AI piece, whether it be the 2 neo clouds between CoreWeave and Nebius, and Astera Labs is benefiting from the NVLink that Jensen's winning on the NVIDIA side. They're a supplier into that. Every time NVLink wins, Astera wins.
It's interesting. Speaking of Jensen, he put $2 billion into Nebius, $2 billion into CoreWeave. Kind of follow him, but founders understand founders. Maybe I didn't realize that when I saw the news break this morning, and that's really absolutely remarkable because I read somewhere where founders are sort of visionaries. You can hire the corporate folks who can do the execution, but it's a lot easier to teach the visionary how to execute than the person who can execute to ever have the vision.
I think that's absolutely true. Vision, I think, is a really rare skill. And grit to not be stopped ever is also very rare. And that's the rare combination that creates an Elon Musk or a Jensen.
That's great stuff. Michael, great talking to you.
Great to be here, Charles.